Why? Why would a loving God send people created in his image to an eternal hell? As a matter of fact, an eternal hell with torment and suffering 24/7, eternally. Why would he do this? Why would he even create a hell? Bill, why?
Well, first of all, God doesn't send anybody to hell. People send themselves to hell by the rejection of the directions he gives for them how to stay out of hell. They reject how he tells them to stay out. But hell was prepared for the devil and his angels. It wasn't meant for man to go to. No.
So it was created for a purpose, but
right.
not for humans to go there.
Right. And what people really behind their thoughts are, how can a loving God send a good person? Because everybody thinks they're good. But three reasons that won't work, and just to give one quickly, and an analogy will help here. If you went and found a home, the most expensive home in the country, and knocked on their door, and you said, excuse me, I'm moving in with you because I'm a good person, what would you think the people would say? No, right? You wouldn't expect them to let you move in because you have no relationship with them. Yet people go through their whole life, they have nothing to do with God. They deny Jesus as the Son of God, which he said is the only way to his house. Then at the end of their life, they come and knock on his door and they say, excuse me, I'm moving in with you because I'm a good person. Good has nothing to do with it. They have no relationship with him. It's not based on being good, it's based on a relationship. So that's unreasonable to expect to live at someone's house when you don't know them. You see, so you have to have a relationship with God.
Okay, Annette. You told me at 3:23 in the morning. How did you know it was 3:23, by the way?
I looked at a clock. That was the first thing I did. It was right beside the bed.
What did you hear?
I heard screams coming from our living room, and I proceeded down the hallway. And I found my husband in a state that I have never, ever seen him in, Sid. Anyone who knows Bill knows his character. His nature is very calm, conservative, steady as he goes. He's been that way all of his life. So to see your husband traumatized in a fetal position on our living room floor was really, really shocking.
What was your first thought?
I thought he was dying. I thought I needed to call emergency services. And he began to scream out,
Pray for me! The Lord is taking me to hell!
And when he said that, I felt a relief inside, which I know that was God giving me some kind of peace in that crisis.
I know, but why would you even believe that?
Because I knew him. I knew him from the years we were dating, from all of his clients, friends that I met. I saw his character over and over again as we were dating. I believed him immediately. Now, keep in mind, we'd only been married 1 year, but I still believed him right away.
Well, Bill?
You know, Sid, but to explain a little bit more so people understand too, everybody is not God's child. People think we're all God's children. You're not his child. He's your creator, but he's not your father until you invite in Jesus. So people going to hell, he's not their father. Because he loves everyone, he gives man a choice, a free will to choose. And man chooses to reject the way he said to stay out of hell. They choose on their own. They say, I don't believe you, God. I don't believe your word. And they send themselves to hell. But another reason is because Hebrews 12:29 said he's a consuming fire. What that means is if I stuck my hand into the fire to retrieve something and the fire burned me, I wouldn't say, why'd that fire burn me? That was me in that fire. I wouldn't say that, would I? Because the nature of the fire is to burn. Well, God's nature is to consume sin. So sinful man and a holy God are not compatible, just like the fire in your hand are not compatible. So you can't show up in God's presence the way we are. We would be consumed.
But how does God feel about sending humans created in his image to a burning hell? Of course, as you explained, he's not sending them. They're sending themselves. He's in process of rescuing them.
Right, he wept. When he saw people falling down this tunnel we came out of, he wept when he saw people going into hell. He doesn't want to see one person. He loves everyone. He gave his life. That's why he gave his life, to keep people out of hell. This loving God died a horrible death to keep people out. And he wept when he saw people going because it was by their own choice. They were sending themselves to hell.
Okay, we've done an investigation of Bill. We understand that he was a good Christian. We have references from former retired chief of police, his pastor, etc. We know that he was a good Christian. We know that he shared Jesus with people from time to time. But Annette, you know him better than anyone. How has he changed as a result of this experience?
Well, number one, he left his career because he had such an urgency inside now to tell people about Jesus, about the love of God and to warn people not to go to this place. He has such an urgency now, Sid, and a compassion for people. He doesn't want to see one person go there. It's changed our life.